All right, let's get right into it. Welcome, everyone, to what is essentially your battle plan for taking on the world of YouTube. If you're a creator, this is your guide to going from zero to, well, wherever you want to go. I want to start with this quote because, let's be real, when you're a brand new creator, this is exactly what it feels like, isn't it? You're not just making videos, you're fighting for your channel's right to even exist in this giant ocean of content. It's a battle for every single view. And this is where that battle begins. The big, intimidating zero. You have no audience, no momentum, just you and an idea. So the big question is, how do you win that first crucial fight?
And that leads us to our first section. The challenge when you're starting out isn't about going viral overnight. Nope, it's just about getting noticed at all. It's about proving that your channel can even get off the ground.
So to see how this works in the real world, we're going to look at a case study from a creator named Max. He gave himself this incredibly tough challenge. Could he actually grow a gaming channel from nothing with just 3 videos in 3 days?
So what was his secret weapon? It was a really precise 4-step launch. First, he optimized all the SEO. The title, description, tags, the whole deal. Second, he'd upload the video as unlisted first to make sure everything was perfect. Third, he'd publish at a smart time, like 9 a.m., to catch a wave of viewers. And finally, and this is the interesting part, a manual boost. He would literally watch his own video all the way through from 10 to 15 different accounts, just to give the algorithm a little nudge.
And check out the results. It actually worked. His first video got over 500 views. The second one nearly doubled that, close to 1,000. And by video 3, he broke 1,100 views. And get this, he used less manual boosting on that third one. This shows that an initial strategic push can create real organic momentum.
But look, tactics like that will only take you so far. To go from 1,000 views to true virality, you need something much, much more powerful. So let's get into the heart of what really matters.
This quote from creator Dost Papu is the absolute truth. SEO gets you the click, boosting might get you a few early views, but it's the content that makes people stay. It's the story you tell.
And that brings us to the holy grail metric for the YouTube algorithm, audience retention. It's simple, really. How long can you keep people watching? The longer you hold their attention, the more YouTube's algorithm trusts your video and pushes it out to new people. And the best tool for that? Storytelling.
And here's a storytelling formula that is just pure gold. It's a simple 3-act emotional journey. You start with a sad hook, some character who's really struggling. That grabs people's empathy right away. Then you show their relatable struggle. We see them working hard, trying to overcome things. We connect with that. And finally, you give the audience that satisfying, triumphant ending where the character succeeds. It's a payoff that feels amazing to watch.
Okay, so we've got the formula for a great story. But how do you actually create these videos, especially if you're not a professional animator? Well, this is where the Modern Creator's AI Toolkit comes in, and a lot of it is free.
Now, one of the most frustrating things for anyone making AI videos is character consistency. You know the feeling. You generate the perfect character, and then in the very next scene, they look like a completely different person. It just shatters the story. So how do you fix this? It's actually a surprisingly simple 3-step trick. First, just generate one really clear, high-quality image of your character, your master reference. Second, take that image to an AI tool like Google AI Studio and have it generate a super detailed text description of that person. And third, this is the magic key, you just copy and paste that exact same description into every single prompt you use to generate that character from now on. That's it. Consistency solved.
Now, to actually animate those images, you need some good tools. And here are some of the best free ones out there right now. Ver AI is amazing because it has no watermarks or limits. Queen AI is fantastic for getting the audio sync just right. And Arena AI does something really cool. It gives you 2 different video options from one prompt, so you can pick the one that looks best.
You've got the views, you've got the subscribers, now it's time to face the final boss for a lot of creators, getting paid. This isn't a creative problem, it's a procedural one. It's like navigating a gauntlet, and you have to get every step right.
So what are the requirements? YouTube actually offers 2 different paths now. The first one is a bit easier to get to, 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. That unlocks fan funding, stuff like super thanks and channel memberships. But the big goal, the one you're really aiming for, is the second tier, 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. That's what turns on the full ad revenue, the real moneymaker.
Now, the application itself looks pretty simple. It's just 3 steps. 1, you accept the terms. 2, you set up your Google AdSense account. And 3, you wait for your channel to be reviewed. Sounds easy, right? Well, step 2 is a minefield where a ton of creators make huge critical mistakes.
And this is the single most important rule you need to burn into your brain. Please listen to this carefully. You can only create 1 AdSense account in your entire life. Ever. And you must use your real, legal name, not your cool channel brand name. Getting this wrong is a one-way ticket to rejection.
Which brings us to our final and maybe most important section. You fought all the battles, you've won the views. Please don't let a simple, avoidable mistake take it all away from you right at the finish line. So let's just hammer this point home one more time. The #1 mistake is creating a second AdSense account. If you already have one, maybe from an old blog or something, you must link that existing one. Creating a duplicate account is one of the fastest ways to get an automatic rejection.
The next big no-no is what YouTube calls mismatched metadata. Basically, your thumbnail, your title, and your video all need to be on the same page. They have to tell the same story. You can't have a thumbnail that promises something wild if the video doesn't deliver. YouTube sees that as being deceptive and they really don't like it.
And this is a perfect example. A creator named A-Logic was just about to apply for monetization, but he had a thumbnail that felt a little too get-rich-quick and risky. He worried it might violate a policy, so at the very last minute, he swapped it for something more grounded. He got approved almost immediately. That one tiny change might have saved his entire channel from being rejected.
So, let's recap the entire battle plan. You start strong with good SEO and that little manual boost. You hook viewers with a powerful 3-act emotional story. You use all the amazing free AI tools at your disposal. You navigate that monetization process with extreme caution, especially when it comes to AdSense. And you avoid these simple but channel-ending mistakes.
So there it is. That's your playbook. You have the map to get started, you have the formula to grow, and you have the warnings to protect yourself. The path is clear, so the only question left is, what story will you tell?